Good morning, Harold. How are you?
DP, long time. How you doing, man?
Doing okay. Explain Clayton Kershaw's dominance last night, basically going with one pitch of fastball.
Well, I was surprised. I wasn't big on him going. I thought he really needed a little more rest. He proved a lot of people wrong, but he's able to really navigate through lineups with what's effective. We saw it last night with the fastball. I thought he put it in certain spots, and forever people have said you pitch off your fastball, you got a chance to be successful. And he had the breaking ball in the back of their minds. They never saw it, and he just executed.
Explain to me his motion and why it can vary sometimes and how tough that is for a hitter.
Well, a lot of times we see the hesitation with Japanese pitchers.
Yeah.
And when they get here and they give you that hesitation and you got to start your motion all over, I think the one thing that Clayton kind of incorporates that, it's a balancing point for him, but it's a freeze, it's a hesitation. So to explain it real simple, as a hitter, when the pitcher gets ready to go back and he gets into his motion, you're starting to go back to get your rhythm. And when a guy stops, it throws you off. And Clayton has that little hesitation, and then he delivers. And you almost have to start your hands and movement later. And so if you haven't seen him much, he can throw you for a while. And I think that was really why he's had such great success. Guys just have not adjusted to that motion. And then he can throw all kinds of pitches off it, which is really good as well.
You, as a former second baseman, I'm sure have been in on those conversations at the mound. But seventh inning, Kershaw, I don't know if it was one-sided there with Dave Roberts, but how does the pitcher stay in the game if he really wants to in convincing the manager?
He asked him, "What are you doing out here?" It's my game. Look, at this point in time, Clayton Kershaw, when he's gone through what he's gone through to get here at this point, it's his game. Plain and simple. I think Dave probably just came out to ask him how's he feeling, or maybe how do you want to go after this guy. I don't even think it was a conversation of you're coming out. I don't think that was even an issue.
Well, the guy I would ask is always the catcher, because I want the catcher to be honest, and he's a little bit removed there. I know that there's the relationship there, but I want the catcher to echo either what I'm saying or what the pitcher is saying. But it has to be a 2-to-1 here advantage some way, and that's where I would go.
I agree. I mean, that's what most people do, and it's tough for that catcher to be right there honest in front of the pitcher, but sometimes he has to do it. Look, the only way I can equate it to, I wasn't a pitcher, but Dick Williams would run out there after it'd be a bang-bang play at second on a tag, right? And I'm standing there with the umpire, the base runner, and he'd come out to me and go, "Did you get him?" And I'd be like, "Oh, man, why you put me in the middle of this?" Because I know this guy's going to be behind the plate here another day. But I may not play anymore, so I'd always say, "Yeah, I got him." And then the umpire would be screaming at me after Dick went back. But, you're going to side with, with who you think's in authority.
If you're Cub fans, would you be nervous?
They're probably nervous. I wouldn't be. I just think their team is loaded. The Dodgers really, right now, kind of get a chance to reset. That game for Clayton last night saved the series. He loses, it's over, because they're tired. I did that last series, the division series. The rain out really hurt them. Their formula is the bullpen. Let's get to our pen, use our bullpen. That's what they did really for 5 months of the summer to get to this point. And so not having that day off really hurt them. So now they get a chance to reset. Now it's giving them a full day, and they can go back, have a day off today, and then regroup tomorrow, and you've allowed their rotation to kind of get set back, recharged again. But I still think the Cubs have the advantage, but they did let the Dodgers back in the series.
How nervous would you be if you're Toronto, and what do you make of Jose Bautista's remarks that the ALCS is rigged?
Well, I don't know about rigged, but they complain about more pitches than anybody in baseball anyway, their whole team. They always do. So I get it. And there was some balls missed. I can see it. I think everybody can see that. There was a lot of balls missed, but they're at the point they got to hit. They didn't hit. And, if they hit, they win. I don't think there should be a big panic. I can see them winning today. They faced Kluber, who was dead on. The next day they faced Thomason in the shadows, and they got shut down. I just think when they get back in the Dome, they'll swing the bats up there in Toronto, and we'll have a different series. But quit crying, go out and play. That's just plain and simple.
Yeah, just to be fair to Bautista, he was saying that got to look at the video and count how many times the Indians pitchers have thrown pitches over the heart of the plate. Hadn't been many. Says that it's the system is against the Jays or something in this series.
No, I can't buy it. I'd tell you that if I thought it was, I don't see it that way at all. Just don't.
Talking to Harold Reynolds, Major League Baseball Network analyst, as the series now shifts to Toronto with Game 3 with the Blue Jays. Also, when you're looking at how these, Dave Roberts and how he uses his bullpen, how Terry Francona's using his bullpen, we're sort of kind of blowing up the routine that we have, the formula here of using your closer, or how long you use them, or how often you use your closer. Will other managers follow suit with this?
Well, it's a playoff formula. I mean, I don't have a problem with it right now. You can't sustain this over 162 games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not possible. There's too many games in the summer where you're down 5, and before you know it, this is a shutdown inning, and so is the next inning, and so is the next inning. So you're going to use your guy in a high-leverage situation every other inning. There's just so many more runs scored during the course of the season. In the postseason, it's totally different. Yeah, you release the Kraken and you come out and shut them down, and it's worked for both those guys right now. And I think it's the right formula in postseason baseball.
Good to talk to you, Harold. It's been fun so far. Tonight, Game 3 between the Indians and Jays on TBS. Harold, part of MLB Network's MLB Tonight, which airs live before and after every League Championship Series and World Series game. Thank you, HR.
All right, buddy. Thanks for having me.
All righty. Harold Reynolds.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.